Being a mother of two disabled children is so hard, and you guys don't even know the half of it. When it comes to being a parent of children who are disabled, it can be a really trying time because you try to make sure you're making all the right decisions for your kid, but oftentimes you feel like you're just failing. And guys, I'm at that point where I feel like I'm just failing my kid. I have to make such hard decisions, and sometimes those decisions be so hard, and I don't even know if I'm making the right decision because it feels like a double-edged sword. So most of you guys know that my son is 8 years old. He's nonverbal, autistic, and he is an amazing kid. I love him to death. But my son has a very hectic, busy schedule for school and his services. The reason why it's so hard for me to make these decisions is because I feel like the school puts me in a position where you know what's best for your child, but the school tries to tell you they know what's best for your child, but yet they don't even know how to teach your child or give you the tools that your child needs in school. So my child needs ABA services in school. The school does not let ABA therapists or RBTs come in at all in the schools. And then they don't want you to put your child into ABA full time because now they're saying that their educational needs aren't being met. But the issue is a lot of children who have disabilities such as autism or Asperger's disease, they have behavior issues that may prevent them from learning in the school environment that needs to be addressed in ABA. And people don't understand, especially the school, they don't understand that when you address certain behaviors, then when we send our child to school, you'll see a better behavior from that child. You'll see progress. I believe the school knows that if you send RBTs and BCAs in the schools, that they're going to make sure those children are treated right. I think schools are scared for someone who doesn't work for the school system to see how they're really running their programs. I should not be faced with the fact of I have to choose between OT, speech, and ABA for my son when I know that I'm not going to be on this earth forever, and my son needs all the skills that he can possibly gain to survive in this world. And let's be honest, this is not an autistic friendly world. How many of us as parents were out in the store with our child and our child may throw a fit about a candy bar, and then the next thing you know, you have somebody saying, oh, you need to whoop him, oh, you need to do this, when they don't understand that children who have autism, they have breakdowns over the smallest things. Because guess what? Sometimes teaching them no is hard. And don't act like we're not trying to teach them. They just take a little bit longer to learn certain things. But I should not have to explain that to anyone because mind your business. But behaviors like that is the reason why ABA is so important, because it helps our children to acclimate into society and to learn that, hey, I can't do this here. I can't do this here. That's why it's important for our RBTs to be able to go to church, to help our children learn how to be present in church and not have meltdowns, to help them cope, to help teach them coping behaviors. And we have so many people out here yelling, oh, well, you can control your child if you just whoop them. That's why I don't let people watch my kids. You telling me I'm gonna whoop the autistic out my child? No, what's wrong with you? But I do believe in discipline. I'm gonna take that iPad. You're gonna have some time out. You're gonna sit down and you're gonna think about it. Children who are autistic learn. They just learn differently, but they are teachable. And I hate when people act like they're not teachable. That's why it's so important for us to be able to choose where our children go. The government has so much control over our children's education and our children's lives, and they feel like they know what's best for our kids. And I'm over it, because I shouldn't be over here having a nervous breakdown because I have to choose between school and ABA services when I know ABA is what my child needs to be a functioning adult when he gets older. I know that's what he needs to teach him how to handle the stressors in life, the loud noises, the textures, or how to handle his temper when he gets upset. Because guess what? He feels so many emotions at once and he doesn't understand them. I am so tired of everyone putting their 2 cents in about my child that I did extensive research on. This condition called autism. I am so sick of everybody telling me, oh, you shouldn't have got the vaccine, when there is no absolute proof that the vaccine has caused autism. Or you trying to make me feel guilty because I vaccinated my child. It was either that or my child catch something that I could have prevented. And I love my baby just the way he is. And I would not ask God for a different version of him. But what I would ask God for is a more understanding community. I would ask God for more compassion, for more people to understand that it's not their right to try to tell anyone how to parent their children. Or it's not their right to diagnose people who don't even have a formal diagnosis of autism just because you see one symptom that you think is a symptom. It's not okay for you to paint autism with a broad stroke and not understand that, yes, my son may can read, my son may can do math, but you think everybody else's child can do that too, because autism comes in all different shapes and forms. And that is so insensitive to another parent out there whose child may not be able to accomplish any of those things. Because yes, people say it's a superpower, but to some parents, it may not feel like a superpower. I just want a world to understand that people with disabilities are humans. Give them some grace, because you make bad decisions every day. Some of you guys make very bad decisions every day. And yet y'all think people who are on an intellectual level of a 4-year-old who may be 20 has control over their actions. And you're 40 and supposedly nothing's wrong with you and you still can't get your life together. Make it make sense.